is Dragonborn versus Chosen Undead, which is a very different tone from what we just had.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Brandon Yates. That's right, our Brandon Yates.
The Music Man.
Also, yeah, Brandon got sponsored this episode.
Well, we can watch that, SponCon.
Chosen Undead, the accursed god killer from Dark Souls.
Well, the Chosen Undead will just come back to life. It's fine.
Resigned to captivity, these two demi-human heroes embrace their destinies and stare down the very gods themselves.
I have watched this one on stream before, so...
Because these two lack specific arsenals and movesets due to being role-playing protagonists, for this death battle we're giving them
if you know, I would say probably don't vote, but also I ain't your dad.
I am.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills.
I'm gonna vote one each. Oh, I can't vote for the other side? No.
I was gonna say, I don't think you can do that.
The great cities of old have
well, I was gonna vote for both of them because I love both of them, but I guess I just voted for the Chosen Undead.
decaying kingdom, everyone would like nothing more than to lay
I mean,
down
it tells me every single time, you're a mod, are you sure you want to do this? And I'm just like, yes, I'm abusing my power.
with a mysterious dark sign into mindless, violent hollows upon repeated soul-crushing deaths.
But there is a prophecy of a chosen undead who will journey to Lordran, the
so
home of the
quiet.
gods, and save the world.
Yeah, the sound balancing on these videos are a little interesting sometimes.
Yeah.
Giant raven before one unlikely hero was ready to claw
Alright, since
I
their
don't
way
want
through
the
their progenitors'
Dragonborn to
forgotten
die. I
home.
wanted them to be equally happy.
Alright, since I have seen the analysis for this episode like 3 times, I am gonna go grab a drink.
Now they might
That's all
slowly lose
good.
their memories, their personality, and their sanity, but the curse gives them as much
Remind
time
me
as they
to
need
ask
get
Codebuddy to
good.
download all the videos that we've done,
Undead
because
are
I think it's nice to
unnaturally
keep our
resilient, able to
reactions.
survive being impaled
Actually,
from
I'll
the
type that to
chest.
them now.
They've been chewed, eaten, and digested by what I can only describe as a toilet demon. And they can have their souls torn from their very body, because undead humans don't need their souls to survive.
Just pop some of that spicy Sunny D, and they're good to go. If anything, it seems like they get off to it. And speaking of souls, they can absorb the souls of their fallen enemies to increase their power.
They're a master with swords, hammers, spears, axes, bows, you name it.
What
And that's
weapons did
without
you
any
use as the
formal training.
Dragonborn?
With the right
I
stats
used
and setup,
I
they can
used
be
the
anything from a
katana. I used all the
cartwheeling
dex
assassin to a
weapons.
dragon-smashing tank.
To the giantest of dads. And despite the serious gothic themes
Oh,
of the series,
whoa.
these weapons can get anime as hell. Smo's
It
great
sure
hammer
can.
is a ginormous mallet the size of a sedan.
Based on its size and likely
One
bronze
time,
composition,
the
it'd have to weigh
Dark
over
Souls 1 was
100
actually the
tons,
first
a lot
game that I
like
played with my
Goth's great bow,
fiance.
which can shoot
Oh.
pillar-sized arrows and one-shot
That's nice.
dragons out of the sky.
Yeah,
Or my
he was
favorite,
very
the Moonlight
enthusiastic in
Greatsword,
showing me
produced
Dark
from the
Souls
ass
and
of the
protecting me
albino
from stuff.
dragon
It was very
and
cute.
sorcery, Seath the Scaleless. This baby's a
That guy
universe
sucked.
weapon anomaly that can fire powerful sword beams and just looks so cool.
The Chosen Undead has learned magic from the greatest practitioners in the world. They can create shockwaves, form defensive barriers, reflect damage,
use the
throw
lightning.
balls of flame, control minds, fire magic,
Use the lightning.
turn invisible, and toss bolts of sunlight strong
Yeah, that
enough
one.
to peel the stone scales off of mortal dragons.
So their pool of magic is pretty limited. So if it comes down to it, they can shut off all magic in the vicinity with the miracle Vow of Silence.
Preventing anyone from speaking any spells aloud, including themselves. With this incredible arsenal and judicious attention paid to the stamina bar, the Chosen Undead was rolling their way to victory.
A roll so powerful it bends the laws of space.
That's so cute.
Warp them through
Look at
attacks
this
like
Sonya
a
go!
Though sometimes it doesn't work and it's bullshit.
That's just a game mechanic, but great to use when you're panicking.
They've defeated Nido, the god of death, the bed of chaos, the mother of all demon kind, and Calamite, the strongest surviving ancient dragon.
That was when
Oh.
the Chosen Undead was dragged back in time to face the fallen knight Artorias, the
That
greatest
guy.
warrior in history. And not only defeat him, but accomplish the greatest feat attributed to Artorias' legend, the destruction of Manus, the father of the abyss that threatened to consume the world.
They've even beaten other chosen undead from alternate worlds, like the best buddy in all gaming, Solaire.
Never
Praise
kill
the sun,
Solaire.
bro.
He's a good
And soon they
boy.
were approached by these two slithery freaks. One said to link the fire, and the other said to let it die out, which totally makes sense. Wiz can explain it.
Don't look at me. Dark Souls lore is as notoriously convoluted as the flow of its time stream, which is why we have a true expert in the realms of nerdom to explain it for us. Oh, Jocelyn.
You wouldn't believe how many item descriptions, forum posts, and moody 2013 lore videos I had to watch through for this. It's story time, kids. In the beginning, the world was unformed and static. Then suddenly, the first flame burst to life. And with it, the concepts of heat and cold, life and death, energy and time, light and dark.
Sounds like a mythological Big Bang.
The gods were granted immensely powerful souls from the first flame, but their greatest fear was the soul possessed collectively by the race known as humanity, the Dark Soul. The Skyfather Gwyn feared humanity's immortality, and so sealed their dark souls within them. But as humanity reproduced,
Gwyn was a
the
bit of a
dark soul
dick.
collectively grew.
Yeah,
and the first flame
a bit of
waned.
one.
Turns out
He just
humans
done a
were
couple of
naturally
jerk stuff.
undying, or,
Yeah.
according to the gods' propaganda, undead.
Gasp! It's all a conspiracy. The undead curse was a lie.
Linking the fire means using your very soul as fuel to keep the first flame burning. If an undead champion believes their immortality is a curse, they'll do anything to prevent it, including burning fragments of the dark soul to keep the age of the gods
Yeah.
So you're a
Humanity
pawn,
restored,
gameplay
I'm
by
pretty
decrepit
now.
Gods desperately clinging to power. Well, that's a huge
Because I
bummer.
usually have my
They
face
might
showing.
look like a depressed California raisin, but in order to link the flame, their soul needs to be strong enough to maintain the whole universe and the flow of time for another 1,000 years.
Other similarly powerful undead across time are swift enough to dodge lightning and even light itself. Based on their dodge compared to this beam and the time it took to reach them,
I love
they'd
it.
be reacting
Maths,
and moving
maths,
over 20%
maths,
the
maths.
speed of light.
At the end of their quest, they faced down and defeated Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder, long hollowed from linking the flame 1,000 years ago. So, which will you choose? Link the fire and prolong the current age, or let it fade until only dark remains?
This is the biggest bummer of them all. Truth is, it never mattered.
This episode probably does have my favorite bit of math in the entire series, though.
That's good. I love to see maths.
Until
Sincerely,
infinite
but
march of
also,
time ground
I'm
the
glad they're
world
doing
to
the maths and not
It
me.
was never about the happy ending. It didn't exist. It was about the struggle to get there. That's ultimately what gives us meaning.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon.
Depression.
That's right, Boomstick. Dive into the thrilling world of versus music with Brandon Yates as he brings hypothetical matchups to life through his commissioned compositions.
Brandon is
Oh,
one of the
that's nice that
composers
they're
behind
writing
Death
it.
Battle, bringing us the incredible, show-stopping songs you know and love. Seriously, we love this guy.
Hollow Dreams, Princes of Pride, Hedge of Tomorrow, and some of our all-time greats. In fact, he composed the track for this very episode.
We'd love it if you supported Brandon's work and enjoyed more of his music by subscribing to his channel and following him on Spotify.
Ever had a matchup you just want to see on the show and you just wish you had the music track for it?
Well, fans of Death Battle have been loving Brandon's music for years, all
Like,
commissioned by fans
cute.
like you.
This
We're
is very
talking
cute.
hundreds of commissioned songs, all for hypothetical episodes of Death Battle.
Everything from hard rock to jazzy to electronic to orchestral choirs.
And because Brandon is literally one of the main composers of this show, every track he makes sounds straight out of Death Battle itself.
Love the music from Death Battle? Then don't wait. Subscribe to Brandon Yates' YouTube and follow him on Spotify right away. Hey, you're finally awake. Welcome to the Frosty Viking Paradise. of
Did you
Skyrim.
ever have
Visit
the opening
quaint
glitch for
Nordic
you in
villages,
Skyrim?
hike up to the
I've
throat of
never
the world,
actually played
marvel at
Skyrim
the
that
beauty of
in
Blackreach.
depth.
Hey, what's that in the sky?
That's fair.
Much over
One
Randy
time
Savage.
I
No,
forgot
it's
to
Thomas
have
the Tank Engine.
the frame rate limited.
Not just
Oh.
The horse walked up the mountain and then glitched out.
Oh, no.
And I just looked over at my fiance like, what did I do? What's wrong? I just installed the game.
That'll be the worst mistake this Staley monster would ever make.
It wouldn't be long before you escaped the destruction of Helgen and defeated a dragon yourself.
Then absorbed its freaking soul.
That could only mean one thing. You are a being born with the blood and soul of a dragon in the body of a Nord, or elf, or Khajiit, or lizard dude destined to battle Alduin
Yeah.
and save the world.
In their
Khajiit
tongue,
has
you are the
legs.
Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
In their quest to rid Tamriel of Alduin's dragon army, the Dragonborn became a jack of all trades, master of
Also blessed by
all.
Todd
They
Howard.
learned to be a master assassin with the Dark Brotherhood, a master sorcerer with the College of Winterhold, a master thief with the Nightingales, a master dragon hunter with the Blades, and a master good boy. Who's a good boy? That's a good boy.
They even fought in the Skyrim Civil War on the side of the Imperial Legion, champions of order.
You mean the Nordic War for Independence on the side of the Stormcloaks?
Those elf-funded Nord supremacists?
Better than those jackbooted Cyrodiil fascists? But what else could I expect from a monster who steals
I
from
thought that
innocent
Boomstick
villagers
knows
by
what
sticking
fascist
buckets
is.
over their heads?
They can put their skills to
He
good
shouldn't
use.
be
Does he, though?
A lot of weaponry, not just the usuals like daggers, swords, hammers, and axes, but also special weapons given to them by the Daedric princes.
They're basically crazy powerful gods from the plane of existence.
Oblivion
called
jump scare.
Oblivion. From that wascally wabbit Sheogorath, the Dragonborn received the
That was a
Wabbajet,
good expansion,
staff that
though.
casts a completely random spell on its target, from disintegrating them to healing them to turning them into a chicken.
Yeah,
From Meridian, They
chicken.
received the Dawnbreaker, a holy sword made for burning the undead to ash. That's similar to Oriel's bow.
Oh,
which can
no!
shoot fiery arrows
That's
that
what
can
we
block
are.
the sun. To cover the distance between the Earth and the Sun in about 2 seconds, the arrow would have to be moving at over 250
Is this your favorite
times
map?
the speed of
No.
light.
Except
Okay.
this isn't Earth and the Sun. This is the planet Nirn, and that's Magnus. According to the Elder Scrolls lore master Michael Kirkbride and his in-universe text cosmology, when you look up at the sun, you're actually looking into a dimension of pure magic. Confused yet? I am.
Yes.
The exact measurements here are difficult to make, but if anything, the distance should be much greater.
Speaking of magic bullshit, the Dragonborn can heal themselves, cast wards and destructive elemental spells, control minds, conjure weapons, and summon lesser Daedra to help them out in a scrap.
They're an especially powerful mage because their mana recovers itself automatically over time. They'll never truly run out of firepower. But as a Dovahkiin, the ability they're most famous for is the Thum, or Shout. By speaking the words of the dragon language, they can manifest their will into reality.
Like with the classic Fuz Roda, an unrelenting force which can knock your neighbors into next week, or Soul Tear, which removes the
I've
soul
done
from your
that a
enemy's
couple
body
times by
and stores it
accident.
in a cute gem. Like so. Reversal! Wait, why didn't anything? Oh.
Student loans, man. Something had to cover the down payment. With these shouts, the Dragonborn can summon country-spanning storms, slow down time, and even call upon a dragon for help, Odahviing. Dragons may look like scaly reptiles, but in reality, they're immortal demigods older than time itself. They're the children of the chief god of Tamriel's pantheon.
The Dragonborn is an unstoppable force of nature. If they happen to take any damage, they can just drink a potion or nosh on a cheese wheel and be good as new. And they can carry
Alright, here it comes.
up to
Okay.
150 cheeses at once.
Abnormally large cheese wheels have an
So
average
much
weight of 70
cheese!
pounds. We can determine that the Dragonborn can carry up to 10,500 pounds of cheese.
And that makes sense, considering they can match muscles with giants, who are so strong they can shatter the game's spaghetti code to pieces.
The last Dragonborn
Yeah,
has
that's happened
battled
to
the
me
vampire
before.
Lord
Yeah.
Harkon, ended Skyrim Civil War, and
Yeah,
defeated
the cheese
first
math is so
Dragonborn,
funny.
Miraak.
And according to the book,
Skis,
The
skis,
Guardian
skis.
and the Traitor, Miraak was powerful enough to tear apart the island of
I made
Solstheim from
both
Skyrim's
sides of the
mainland.
war
comparing the size
come
of various
into
countries on Tamriel's
mutual
map,
agreement
we can
until I
determine
killed the
that Solstheim is a
dragon,
landmass
and I just stared at them
100
and
miles
said,
in
"Be
diameter.
good."
In order to move that much land over the course of their fight, Miraak's magical
I do that
prowess
every time
must
I
have
play the
output an
game, 'cause I
energy
think
over
it's funny.
300 teratons of
Because this is
TNT.
the world's
3
most
times
mightiest
the
things
impact
be
of the
like,
asteroid that wiped
"Can you
out
go
the
and kill the dragons
dinosaurs?"
for me?" I'm like, "Not until you
Not
behave."
crazy, but shouts can get strong enough to shake the world itself.
It wasn't long before the Dragonborn confronted Alduin in Nord Heaven and put an end to the World Eater once and for all.
The epithet is literal. By absorbing the souls in Skyrim's afterlife, Alduin was powerful enough to devour everything. Not just the planet of Nirn,
Damn.
but the Kalpa, the entire timeline past, present, and future.
That's the level of unimaginable power the Dragonborn is dealing with here.
Tamriel is no stranger to great heroes across its vast, sprawling history. The Nerevarine,
Oh,
the hero
look at
of
that
Kvatch, all
skeleton.
magnificent in their own right.
But when you heard that shout echo through the mountains and the death throes of a dragon defeated, you knew it could only be the Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin.
That was an awful rendition of it, but I do really like that music.
For good music.
Confirm or deny that
This is
last
just
part,
them telling you to sign up for their YouTube membership.
Mm-hmm.
Go and stop this fool who would let the flame burn the age of humans to ashes. The Ancients of Dark will do anything to snuff out the light. Save us, chosen undead.
Ah. Yeah, roll, roll, roll! Oh,
They had to.
of course. I do like how in the dramatic music you can still hear him die.
Yeah.
Come on, man, you can use your silence spell. Yeah! Ah.
The fact that he grabs the lightning as it's going down is so cool.
That is very cool. Oh, of course, the Moonlight Greatsword. And that's the thingy. The undead one, yeah. Oh, here we go. Shut up! Shut up! There you go, shut up! Oh no!
Prepare to die.
Save this world, chosen warrior. Bring the fire! Let true dark because
I thought they made a tiny version for a second.
KO!
You die!
Oh my god, this boss is bullshit!
This debate was fascinating. The Dragonborn had a wider variety of training, better access to summons, and magic that
I'll
passively
lower the
regenerated,
volume
as opposed
since
to
I
the
imagine
chosen
you're probably gonna
undead's
give your
limited
thoughts.
pool of magic.
Vow of silence.
I
was
liked
a
it.
slick
I think
counter
it
to
was fun.
Dragonborn's magic
I had a
itself,
feeling that the
but
Dragonborn
it
was
wouldn't
gonna
last
lose the
forever.
battle. Not the Dragonborn, chosen undead. As soon as they got talked about the magic sword, I was like, that's gonna be a factor.
Yeah,
But none of that mattered if the chosen
it's
undead
also just the
couldn't
fact
stay dead.
they'll go into it, but
Dragonborn's anti-undead
Dragonborn
weaponry
kind of
like
just has a
Dawnbreaker would
massive
be an
stat
easy
advantage.
solution, but the undead
Yeah, the
Dark
fact that
Souls
they can
aren't
actually
really the same
regen
as
stuff
Augur
and
from
the
Skyrim.
chosen undead
Skyrim undead
can't.
are more like those classic reanimated skeletons. But remember the conspiracy.
But yeah, this
Humans
is
and Dark Souls are
probably my
naturally immortal.
second
They're not
favorite of the
actually
season
undead.
so far.
Solitaire wouldn't
Oh,
have been
was
much
this the
use
most
either,
recent season
considering
one?
humans and Dark Souls can
Huh?
have their souls removed
Is this the most
without
recent
dying.
season?
So why
Yeah,
haven't the
yeah.
chosen undead
Okay.
Just keep coming back until they
Yeah, no,
eventually
my
won.
favorite is
Like
probably
with any Dark
Guts
Souls
Dimitri.
One word.
Just because
Yeah, it's a good one.
The
even
Dragonborn had
ignoring the
way
fact
more
that, you know,
and
I'm a big
greater
Fire
feats
Emblem
of raw
fan,
power
it's
than
just a
the
really good
Chosen
episode.
Undead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And does
summoning
really good,
country-spanning storms with a single
does a really
shout,
good job
or
to
defeating
both
Mira,
characters.
who split a continent.
Yeah.
There's also
I'm
the
gonna get a
lore.
drink after
Both
this episode,
characters
but
are
I
essentially
will talk about
mythological
more about this
demigods in
because
the
I
same
think
kind of
this
vein
was
as
a very
Hercules or Sun
interesting
Wukong.
episode.
Gameplay alone won't give you the best idea of their full power as characters.
So let's
Yeah,
get
that's
an
what I was
idea of
about
their
to say
max
as
potential
well.
From the lore.
The Chosen Undead sustaining the First Flame with their soul was insanely impressive. Considering the First Flame is responsible for the core concepts of the universe, like energy and time, it's not a stretch to say it affects not just the planet they
Also,
live
the
on,
track
but
for this
the
episode
whole
is really
universe.
good.
But that's
Yeah.
nothing compared to the power levels in the Elder Scrolls.
Let's compare the First Flame to Alduin. Both literally run on the power of souls, and both can be directly scaled to our combatants.
Alduin had strength to consume the universe, not just Nirn, but the Kalpa as well.
You know those planets you see in the sky?
Yeah, those
According
guys.
to cosmology, those are actually separate, infinitely big planes of reality. Alduin
Oh.
was going to eat infinity, multiple infinities.
In comparison, the First Flame
guess
is
what
powerful
Goku
enough to sustain
planets.
a universe and the flow of time, but it can't be infinite.
Elder Scrolls
Otherwise, it
cosmology
never
is
would've faded to begin
fucking
with.
nuts.
And that meant the Chosen Undead
Yeah.
just wasn't powerful enough no matter how many times they revived. With that much of a difference in power, the Chosen Undead would eventually lose their will to fight and go hollow. It's not traditional,
I thought
but
they
it
said
is
go
a form
home.
of death
Go
in
home.
Dark Souls. The Chosen Undead was surely tenacity personified, but still wasn't enough.
Okay,
to
how many
stand up to the
cheeses is that?
Dragonborn's incredible skill, broken arsenal, and overwhelming power.
The Chosen Undead could only last so long before they flamed out.
The winner is the Dragonborn.
Okay, I'm gonna go and get a drink.
Thanks for
I'll
watching.
be right back.
Stay tuned. We have a new